I feel like I should have had a carrot for that Bugs Bunny entrance. Happy April Fool's Day, everyone. Thanks for coming out and supporting all of us, especially this fool. I do want to point something out. My voice doesn't usually sound like this, but this is the remnant of a cold. Don't worry, Sharon. It's a common cold. So I was really hoping that I was going to come on stage with a 1980s sexy Kathleen Turner voice. And instead I wound up with Kathleen Turner meets Louis Armstrong after smoking a carton of cigarettes. It brings whole new meaning to she choked on stage. So bear with me if that happens. So a little something about myself. Today marks 14 months of sober living for me. Thank you. Thank you. And I also just recently had a birthday, so to celebrate, I had to trade in the traditional tequila shot for a shot of cortisone with a Shinrix chaser. Those things hurt. I would have added an HPV shot, but apparently I'm too old for that now. Yeah, I guess people in their 50s don't shag anymore. Right, honey? So the hubby and I, we're not actually married, but I always find, what do you call someone that you're not married to when you're in your 50s? Your boyfriend sounds so freaking high school. Spouse is, I don't know, don't like spouse. And if you say fiance, Seinfeld ruined that word, right? It sounds pretentious. My fiance. So, but if you say husband, people will say, oh, really? Oh, how long you been married? Oh, we're not married. And you have to go into this big, long explanation. So we'll just call him the old balls in vein. So the old balls in vein and me planned a trip to Las Vegas, and we planned this prior to my sobriety. Yay. So we went pretty recently. Well, it was 9 months in. I had 9 months under my belt, and we were going there to see an 80s heavy metal show. Big surprise, eh? Complete with meet and greets. Yeah, on Halloween. Sucker for punishment, that's all I can say. You literally get off the airplane, hit the ground in Las Vegas, and the booze, it's like the paparazzi in your face. It's everywhere, everywhere. I've never seen so much liquor in a minibar. I didn't know they could pack that much booze in a minibar. Anyways, and to add insult to injury, it's more expensive to go to Las Vegas if you're sober. Yeah. The coffee was $12 if you wanted it in the room with powdered creamer. So I never thought I would see the day where I'd be saying, honey, let's go to Starbucks for some cheap coffee. That set us back, let me tell you. Anyways, luckily, I don't have a gambling problem. So we made up our own games. You become very observant when you become sober. And so we'd place wagers on who's going to spell it, who's going to fall, who's going to fall. Morning, noon, and night, somebody, they're sidestepping. Right, all over the place. I think they look really cool. And it doesn't matter what time of day. The women are in, I don't know how they do it. These 6-inch heels. And I guess because they scream sexy youth and confidence, right? Yeah, I thought about wearing a pair of those shoes tonight, and I said, fuck it. They also scream injury and bunions. Anyways, I digress. So one of the really fun things to do when you're in Vegas in between shows is to sit at the bar and wait for last call. Sit back and watch the chaos, mayhem, and utter panic on people's faces when they say, last call for alcohol, everyone. Oh my God, it's like being it's a stampede. It's like being at the Kentucky Derby. Oh, I'm not judging, been there, right? Oh, I need one more shot. The bar's closing. But it reminded me, like I say, of a horse race. So it was kind of like this. And it's 6-inch stiletto, and she's going across the dance floor. She's going in quick, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, she spilled it. Oh, she's back up again. That's okay, she's a mutter. And in comes Big Beer Belly Birkenstock. He's coming around the outside. And it's 6-inch wedgie. She's coming up from behind, folks. Oh, but wait, we have a late entry. It's nonconformist flip-flop, sticking to the floor. She slips on an olive pit, lands on her belly, slides to the end of the bar. It's gonna be an Instagram photo finish, ladies and gentlemen. The bartenders are trying to make up their minds. And it's nonconformist flip-flop, the winner by a big red nose. Yay! She wins the cup. She's all proud. It's here the next day, hair of the dog. Yeah, that was me. And just for your reference, I would personally be the nonconformist flip-flop, slipping on a fucking pit of some sort in that scenario. Even if I were sober, that would be me. No doubt about it. But you know what? I digress. We had an awesome time, probably the best trip that we ever had, because we remembered it. Every bit of it. On the plane ride home, all I could think of was Frank Sinatra. Oh, if I can make it there, I can make it anywhere, minus the New York part. Yeah, so it gets harder to meet people the older you get. And my balls in vein and I, we actually met on eHarmony. We met on the internet. Yeah. Love is, it's alive and kicking. It's strong. Romance is still alive. Just the other day, he came out of the shower. I was in the living room. He came out of the shower and he yelled down the hall, "Hey, Vic, you want to come and dry my balls? It's been a while." And I yelled back, "It's been a while since you washed them, baby." Sorry, honey. No heckling. He's an industrial painter, and he was really enthusiastic the other day coming through the door after work, and he goes, "Hey, Vic, I sprayed a new product today." And I said, "Yeah? It's called deodorant." When you get a moment on stage, let me tell you, you take advantage and you capitalize on it. I'm going to hear it later, I know. But anyways, back to the internet. There's a lot of sketchy. There's some sketchy sites, yeah. I believe that some of these websites should be named after old card games so that you can get more of an idea of what you're in for. For example, Tinder could be poker. Silver singles, that's hard to say when you have a lisp. Silver singles could be Old Maid. Plenty of fish, that could be Go Fish. Do you have a good-looking, successful, honest man who looks like his profile picture? No, Go Fish. Stick with solitaire. So just to feel younger, we bought a mobile home in a seniors-oriented community. It's been a great investment. Great investment. We're like teenagers there. The neighbors love it. You know, they can talk to us about, "Oh, when I was your age," and you know, I don't know why I gave them a southern accent. They're not from the south, just so you know, so it's a win-win. And there's no kids. Nothing wrong with kids, you know. I think probably most people have them. We chose not to. We chose to have freedom and money instead. And now when we hear, you know, it's like, "Oh, should we have had kids?" And you'll hear a toddler screaming or something, and we just kind of look at each other and high five. No. But there's a downside. The downside is, what am I going to do with all my shit? That's where my lucky niece comes in. Good thing my brother had a daughter. It's a good thing. I can just see them listing the contents of my safety deposit box. 1 silver peso. One lucky poker chip from Las Vegas, or unlucky, as it were. 1 brown plastic fake turd. Oh, now that's gold, that one. You want to hang on to that one. Let me tell you. Can you imagine their faces? I'd love to be a fly on the wall. Maybe I will be a fly on the wall if I'm dead. God might punish me for making fun of all those losers that were wiping out in Las Vegas. The the other thing that is kind of stinky about getting old is your doctor's appointments will increase. You will have, like my friend Sylvie said, colonoscopies. You will have mammograms and prostate exams. I haven't booked that one yet. I hear they're really uncomfortable. It's on my to-do list. I recently went for a pap test. We love those, don't we, ladies? Went for a pap test, and all I could think was, oh, please be a woman, please be a woman, please be a woman, just for, so degrading and embarrassing as it is, right? And in walked Dr. Fabio. I shit you not. Long blonde hair, muscles, blue eyes, the whole bit. I was like, FML. I didn't swear for you there, Mom. Anyways, he says, hey, Vicky, how are you doing today? Oh, living the dream. Needless to say, I was really glad that I cleaned that mess up. Really glad. So was the vajayjay, actually. The vajayjay said, how dare you do that to me? It's been too long. And I said, stop giving me lip. Okay. I told you, 17 minutes to the... Anyways, I took it from a Bob Marley to a Bob Ross, so... There you go. Thanks.